Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Pokemon Ultra Moon. Last time we fooled around up here on Mount Hokulani, and we gained some experience, and I think we should probably be in decent shape to go in to the observatory and fight whatever totem is going to be coming our way. Hey there! You still fired up as ever, eh, Royal? Hey, Drago, let me introduce you, this is Mullane. He runs the observatory here and also manages PC boxes, but he's not Hokulani's captain. But I was captain once, my masked friend. Strager, right? Thanks for coming all the way up Hokulani to visit us. Our Captain Sophocles is rather busy, young man, I'm afraid. Always calculating Comet's paths or updating the Festival Plaza thing of his. If you want to be introduced to the Masked Royal, though, well, that's something I definitely could help you with right here and now. Yeah, I think he's even stronger than we were at this point in our island challenge. One more thing, cousin. My name's Kukui. Who's this Masked Royal we're talking about? So, again, I think I was probably the only person on Earth who didn't put together that the Masked Royal was Kukui back when I was playing Pokemon Sun for the first time when that first came out. Probably just because I wasn't paying attention. And, like, yeah, if you didn't get it then, this part of the game is just making sure that you get it. So just think about that favor I asked you, yeah, Mullane? I want you to seriously consider it. I guess I should head back to Melee Garden. Even Hao should be done eating Malasadas by now, yeah? I'll make sure he makes it up here, too. Alright. So, the guy's as interesting as ever, my old buddy. Here's a little something to remember our meeting by, Drago. So you're gonna go and give me the Steelium Z. I think this totem is electric. You think I would remember what I fought here earlier when I, like, messed it up and had to reset to earlier, but I think this totem is electric. Anyway, cutting sharpness, unyielding power, yes, this move has them both. And it is what you need to draw forth the Steel-type Z-power. I gathered these Z-crystals when I was on my own island challenge back in the day, adventuring with Kukui and my Pokemon in search of strength. You should go ahead and use it now. Now go on inside and tour our observatory as you like. And if you're all ready for the real trial, Captain Sophocles can be found in the head's office. Alright. So let's go inside, and let's see. Okay, so as soon as we take 2 steps inside, we're gonna get treated to another cutscene. Yeah. I guess it's time to feed you guys. Okay. Does anyone in here have anything interesting to say? What's the magnitude of a star that's 10 times brighter than a 5th magnitude star? I want to say that's -5. Oh, it's logarithmic, so it would be 4. So, it's, yeah, of course it's logarithmic, so it would be 1 less than, instead of 10 less. Alright, yes, brain. My brain knows how to work sometimes. You're gonna tell me about telescopes. That answer would be so confusing for someone who, like, isn't a huge nerd like me. Like, obviously the obvious answer would be 50, right? But I hope people didn't think that was like a mistake, because it wasn't explained afterwards. Anyway, let's go in here. What can be found in here? So there's a Magnemite, and you're gonna beep and boop at me. There is a totem sticker over here. Thank you very much. Is that gonna be an even 50? Alright, Oak is gonna talk to me at an even 50. So if I go back to Heya Beach, he'll have probably another old totem Pokemon for me or something like that. Which is the room I'm supposed to go into? So this looks like the room I'm supposed to go into. Let's go and see some of the other ones first. That is locked by the security system. I'm assuming that is going to be where plot takes us. Alright, so in here, there's a totem sticker that's shining on that box, and it's distracting me. We're the Charjabug. Well, Mullane said it's their dinner time. They're eating, right. They're real gluttons, you know? They helped me out with my trial, so can you go and get them all for me? I have to get Togedemaru's help too. That's what the totem Pokemon was, that's right. Anyway, go and call all the Charjabugs. So, firstly, I'm gonna go and call the sticker that's just sitting here. Yes, thank you. And, is there anything else of interest in here? No, not really. There's a printer. With a paper that feels like it should be falling onto the floor. But I guess let's go back out to the main room and, what's this about Charjabug? They're not here. Oh, do I gotta go outside? Alright, Mullane, what are you doing? Why does it look like you have a feather in your hair? They're all fed and happy. Let's see, I'm only counting 6. They're not all here yet. I'm sorry, Drago, but do you think you could find the remaining Charjabug? We're missing 3 that should be eating in that empty lot by the bus station. Okay, considering that I did this not too long ago, you would think that I would remember exactly what this gimmick was. Do I just have to talk to this? Alright, I guess that's all it is. I'm gonna go and... Alright. So, that's Mullane's charge. Do I not have to fight it? I guess I don't have to fight it. Is it all of these piles of dirt here? There's a Pokemon bird here. Why? I don't know. That's just their, like, post-meal ritual, I guess. So that's 2, and there's gonna be a 3rd pile here. Is there not a 3rd Charjabug? 7 Jabug is missing. It always wanders off to strange places. Their nicknames. Alright, you are terrible at naming Pokemon. I like my nicknames better. Well, I guess the game is thinking it's going to pull a fast one on me or something. But I saw you crawling behind the bus there, mister. Alright, 7 Jabug, there you are. We're going to go and... I guess we can go and fight now? Are we going to fight Pokemon before the totem, or is it just going to be the totem? I legitimately don't remember. So we're going to go into the fancy room now, and the Charjabug are going to inch their way along. And God only knows what's going to await us in here. I do actually remember the puzzle, I just don't remember fighting anything. Again, you'd think I would, because it wasn't that long ago. But let's just go in here and get this over with quickly. Yeah, I'm not gonna say all your names. Sorry, that's really dumb names. I'll give you 1.5 out of 10 at best there. What is it? Okay, so you're going and socializing, I guess. You have the lightning rod ability. Alright, so you're basically acting as a grounding rod. A grounding rod. So, yeah, we're gonna go and start our trial here. And I'm gonna start skipping this text because I'm starting to get to the end of my rope with all this text. Yeah, you're gonna power up the machine. We're gonna have to use the 4 buttons on the edge of the roller to rotate the panels, connect the Charjabug in our line. Alright. And you're gonna show us visually. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those games. Can we go through this faster? Being impatient, and this game is a big test of my patience. Like, I can go at pretty much any time and, like, boot up, like, Pokemon Black and White and just get into the game and start a new game, and it'll feel like I can play Pokemon without having to go through a lot of formalities. But this game, like... This game really has a lot of text in it. Anyway, let me go rotate you there, and this is gonna put the 3 in a line, and I'm gonna have to go and... Alright, we're gonna go power with the pinger. And they're gonna form a current with their bodies, which I guess they don't mind. Normally that would, like, electrocute you, but being an electric type Pokemon, I guess that's kind of the point. Alright, so we have a mechanical Vikavolt here. The pinger is getting a good dose of power. Alright, the totem Pokemon should be here any minute. What are we fighting? Elekid, alright. So, let's see. I'm gonna go and skip through these fights. Because I think the exciting part of this fight should probably be the part at the end, where we, like, fight the Totem. Alright, so that was an Elekid. If we fight a, like, Electabuzz or Electivire, later in this gym, I probably am going to want someone out front who isn't going to use physical contact attacks, or use contact attacks, because they can have static for the ability. They can also have Vital Spirit, but there isn't really a way to tell until you hit something and get paralyzed. So let me go, and Loke is not going to do it, because you are a water type. I'm going to go put Stroon out front, and Stroon is going to go and use Dragon Rage on these things if I'm not sure if they have static or not. Alright. Next one is going to be here. Alright, so if I play the rotation game, and if I go and line them up like this. Alright. We're going to go and have another current gone and created. Another part of the circuit completed, maybe I should say. And this is going to give us 2 lights on the Mecha Vikavolt over here. Alright, what are we going to fight now? Okay, that was an Electabuzz. Did not put up too much of a fight. Went down in 2 hits to Dragon Rage. Alright, so more power definitely will summon the Pokemon. The more Charjabug we connect in a direct line, the greater the electrical current that is generated and the longer it flows. Alright. So we need, based on the rule of 3s, we need one more. I just realized you have a Pikachu scarf. A Pikachu tail as a scarf. Very funny. Alright, so let's see. I think this is gonna be like, I'm gonna need to put you guys in like a Z shape. Because this game really has a little obsession with the letter Z. Let me go and switch this one around like that, and if I rotate this one a couple more times. Okay, it was that way. Because the theme of this game is the letter Z for reasons. So we're gonna go and connect the Pinger, and should I put someone else out front? I can't paralyze you with Thunder Wave, the Totem, because it's gonna be like an Electro type, isn't it? We're gonna go and overcharge this this Mecha Vikavolt over here. The cables are looking a little unstable. I hope that doesn't cause a problem. Charjabug will get blasted with the electricity if we don't do something. Togedemaru, what are you doing? Are you trying to save everyone? Alright, so its ability is Lightning Rod, yeah, so it's gonna treat that as a grounding rod or something like that. So, you could probably do with an emergency shut-off switch, Sophocles. That's just something that you would have thought of earlier. What is that? Oh. Hello. Are you having fun there? You look very determined. Alright, so we're gonna go fight a Togedemaru. And let's see. You're Electric Steel, I think, which means that no Thunder Wave on you to slow you down, which is a little annoying. Also, no poisoning you. I don't think anyone on my team has poison, but if anyone on my team had poison, I can't use it here. I can use Dragon Rage, and I just do want to see what you do. Spiky Shield, okay. Does that affect Dragon Rage? That does affect Dragon Rage, okay. That's gonna be very annoying. It didn't damage me by proxy, though, which is something that you do worry about with, like... Oh, no! 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 I meant to... Alright, fine. We'll hit Skarmory and at least break the sturdy. When you use Spiky Shield... And I flinched anyway, great. When you use Spiky Shield, if you use a contact move on that Pokemon, it will do a little bit of recoil damage, which is definitely annoying. But we're gonna go and use Dragon Rage on the correct Pokemon this time. And protect users in Pokemon tend to use the protect move every other turn, protect, attack, like a Spiky Shield in this case. So should I assume that you're gonna do that again on this turn, and should I hit Skarmory? Nope, you're gonna use Iron Head again. Okay. It didn't matter because you outspeed me, especially with that Tailwind. And, Pico is fully evolved, and Pico is probably gonna be my best option here. Alright, I don't have any, like, stalling moves on Bird Brain, so Bird Brain is probably, unfortunately, gonna have to wait a little while before any inaugural fights. Pico, I think, is gonna do most of the fighting here, so I'm gonna take some Stealth Rock damage, because I am weak to that. If I use Fire Fang on Skarmory, I feel like you're gonna... Alright, yeah, you are gonna do that. So, let's try and outsmart the, Oh, that's annoying. Fine, that means I can't use Fire Fang on Togedemaru. We're gonna do that instead. And now, because I'm under influence of Torment, let's go use Darkest Lariat on Togedemaru. Zing Zap. What does that do? You're gonna use Steel Wing, which is gonna possibly raise your defense, which I possibly don't like. I flinched and couldn't move. Alright, Zing Zap did that. Great. Your Tailwind's petering out. Oh, that... it didn't count because I wasn't able to... Alright, fine. So that's gonna be another Zing Zap. I'm gonna go and use Darkest Lariat. And I would like to, I think, heal after this. And I feel like you're going to use Spiky Shield again, so this would be as good a time as any to heal. So Pico is going to grow to level 36. Wonderful. My attack is going to go up a little bit. Everybody else is going to gain some experience. You're going to call an ally, and the ally is going to be probably another Skarmory. Detonate. Alright. Let's go and heal. I should have some healing moves. I've got Roto Boost, apparently, which I'm not going to use here. I think I need... Do I need Hyper Potion? Yeah, I need Hyper Potion. Actually, I think I have Moo Moo Milk from Festival Plaza. I might be able to... Well, if I do, I would obviously be able to do it, but... Alright, you did not use Spiky Shield that time. Interesting. Detonate, I think... Oh, that's annoying. That means that I'm gonna be doing less damage with all my moves, basically. Electric, I think Fairy... Which means that you're going to take resisted damage from U-turn. But I do want to just get out of here and not have to have my attack at -4. Good lord. Alright. I haven't gotten any damage on this thing yet. I hope this is not going to be a problem. Well, we can use Elgin as the meat shield. So, let me go and just heal Pico real fast. That's annoying. That's really annoying. So, you haven't used Spiky Shield yet, and I'm trying to, like, out-predict you when you're gonna do it. And you haven't done it yet, which makes me really nervous. Please don't use Spiky Shield. Please don't use Spiky Shield. Alright, good. You're gonna use Zing Zap instead. Please don't flinch me. Please don't flinch me. And you're gonna use... Alright. Detonate is really being annoying here. If I could burn you, can I burn you? No. And you're gonna have a Citrus Berry. Ugh. Alright. I really need a burn here. Don't use Spiky Shield. Don't use Spiky Shield. And you did. Alright. I don't... Do you have, like, the wild Pokemon AI that's just choosing random moves? It's possible that that's what's going on here. It's possible that you're just using random moves. Let's see. We're gonna go and drop another Hyper Potion. Because Pico is really the only member of my team who can do anything here. Your special attack is at +2. I assume Zing Zap is a special move. No. Alright, your special attack is now at +3. I feel like this is a physical move, because if it wasn't a physical move, it would be, like, doing a lot more damage. But I really need, No. Okay, this is really annoying. How many, I'm gonna go look up how many PP Spiky Shield has, because if I have to, I will stall out. I'm not above PP stalling here. Alright, it has 10 PP. I've seen, I think, 4 of them so far. And, like, the inability to outpredict you. Alright, 100 HP exactly need to be restored. The inability to outpredict you means that, like, I just don't feel like dealing with it. And if I have to, I will wait 10 turns, 10 usages of it. Alright, yeah, that's definitely a physical attack that did the exact same amount of damage as last time. Anyway, the other thing you can do is paralyze me, though, so I think I'd like to get you off the field. Detonate. It's gonna take neutral damage from Fire Fang. You're gonna Zing Zap again. Please don't flinch me. Please don't flinch me. Charm to lower my attack, and we're gonna do that again. Alright. Fine. Fine. What's my attack at now? Like, -4? The Stealth Rocks are also really annoying. Why are you not using Zing Zap? I mean, why are you not using Spiky Shield? I've only seen you use that on moves in which I actually attacked you. Alright, you avoided that. Cool. Fine. We're gonna go and, stall. Hang on, let me go and stall. Alright, there you actually used it on a turn which I didn't try to attack you. So that's, if I'm counting correctly, 5. I think that's 5. Alright, I guess PP stalling this thing in general is also an option. But let me go and take down Detonate. Yeah, you're going to Spike a Shield. I think that's 6. And I'm going to go and you're going to use Discharge. Alright, not Charm. I was thinking you were going to use Charm. That's okay. I did not get paralyzed, so I have to say I'm getting pretty lucky on not getting paralyzed. But I'm getting pretty lucky on not being paralyzed by Discharge, because that's a 30% chance of happening. And I like it when I don't get paralyzed by Discharge. Alright, you're going to use Bounce. That's interesting. That also has a 30% chance of paralyzing me. The good news there is that you can't use Spiky Shield on me this turn. Why do you even know Bounce? I mean, I guess you look kind of like a ball. I guess there's that. Boink. And you're using Charm again, so I'm at -4 again on the attack. Please, please burn. Please burn. If you put a burn, if you get a burn... Yes, thank you. Alright, there's a time limit on this battle. So, that's gonna go, and I can probably get away with just stalling now. Who on my team is left? I mean, like, I could just heal and do nothing for the rest of this fight, basically. I guess I'll do that. I'll just wait for the burn to take you down. I don't really feel like dealing with Spiky Shield any more than I have to. I don't feel like dealing with, like, being at -4, -6 on my attack any more than I have to. You're gonna do that again, so that's gonna go and do some more damage. Super Fang is gonna be annoying, because that's gonna do chip damage. It's gonna do, like, half. It's gonna do half my health, half my remaining health every time it lands. Let's go and aim for Detonate. And Bounce is gonna go and not do a lot of damage. That was a critical hit, so I'm at -6 now on the attack. I don't think I'll be able to take down Detonate in one hit with a Fire Fang. I hope your pickup doesn't find another Citrus Berry or whatever. I'm just gonna go keep using Fire Fang on Detonate. Alright, yeah, do that. I'm not gonna try and hit you. And you're gonna Super Fang again. So I'm gonna go and... I'm down to 25 health. And Detonate is going down. And what is it? There's probably like 6 more turns until the burn takes you down. Alright, Birdbrain is gonna learn Agility. I am not gonna learn Agility. Alright. Locust is going to grow to level 34. And I'm gonna continue to stall and healing. So you'll summon another friend eventually. I don't really, like, care at this point. It could be a Skarmory for all I care. It could be another Detonate. I'm just gonna go and wait here until this fight is over, I think. Sorry that this is kind of a boring fight, but if it's gonna do that defending thing, I'm gonna stall it out. If it's gonna stall me, I'm gonna stall it, basically. Alright, well, I mean, I could use... Darkest Lariat's gonna not take any... It's not gonna be affected by the negative attack. Are you not gonna summon another friend? Or is it just those two? I thought Totem spawned friends infinitely. Anyway, at least Dark is a neutral hit on Steel at this point, so we can go and... Yeah, you're still not summoning anyone else. That's really weird. I thought totems summoned friends infinitely, but I guess they don't. If I use a, one of those adrenaline orbs, that will cause a wild Pokemon to summon more friends. I don't know if that's also the case for, totems like this. We're gonna go and wait for the bounce to land, and I think on this turn you're dead either way. I should be able to hit you with Darkest Lariat, and if that doesn't kill you, the burn will. Alright. Is Darkest Lariat immune to the stat debuffs? I thought that's what it did. Was I thinking of a different move?
Hey.
Was that a move that I, like, didn't learn or something? Anyway. We've defeated Togedemaru, and the, whatever gym badge of this, whatever Z crystal of this is up for grabs as ours. Alright, thanks, Drago. Togedemaru and company, they are saved by the Totem Pokemon. The Totem Pokemon really is something else, and that means you're one heck of a trainer to have beaten that Totem. Alright. Yeah, also one heck of an item staller. I'm curious, though, what is that aura that the Totem Pokemon surround themselves with? So I've been bringing that up. I've been calling it, like, the Totem Rainbow Boost, because I assumed it raised all stats. I was informed at some point that I think it only raises, like, the Pokemon's, like, highest stat. So if Togedemaru's highest stat is, like, defense or whatever, it'll raise that instead. Which is better than a Rainbow Boost, but it still, like, definitely makes things harder. I do kind of like it as a mechanic. I do think it's an interesting way to make boss Pokemon, but I think gym trainers are just more interesting. It was worth trying something new for the first time in like 20 years in a Pokemon game. I just don't think that the thing that they tried was more interesting than the old thing. So I understand why they went back to gyms in Gen 8. Anyway, that's gonna be our Z Crystal, and you're gonna do the dance. And we're gonna use that maybe eventually. I still don't really think Z moves are very interesting in battle. I'll try and play along with the game and use them, but I'll probably, when I have better items, I'll just give better items to my Pokemon than Z Crystals. Anyway, the Battle Agency. Oh, that's more Festival Plaza stuff. Yeah, right, okay. I think that's like the Battle Frontier. You can use rented Pokemon or something. Alright. I was gonna end it off here, but it looks like I'm gonna have to do this. Alright, yeah, we'll rent a Pokemon, and we're gonna go and have the most verbose way possible of explaining this. You can tell I'm still annoyed about this. Anyway, so, I don't know. The Battle Agency itself is, I think, okay, we're not gonna actually do it here. The Battle Agency itself, I think, is an interesting mechanic. I might dedicate a video to it later on, but, are we going back to Melee Garden? I guess we're going back to Melee Garden. I'm gonna end this off here. My name is Dragonite. This has been Pokemon Ultra Moon. Next time, we're gonna be going and seeing wherever the plot takes us and then moving along towards the next town in the game, because I think we're finally done with this section here. Let me see. I ended the last video looking at the observatory, and I guess I'll do it again. No rule saying I can't have two on-screens being the same thing. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.